Many people want to lose weight, but not many people actually know what kind of weight that they want to lose. And so today I want to talk to you guys about the difference between losing weight and losing body fat, because they're completely different. So I'm going to give you guys a personal example. There was a time where I lost weight. I lost about 10 pounds, but I looked the same exact way. That's because I did not lose body fat. What I did lose was weight. And a lot of that can come from losing glycogen, from being on a low carb diet. It could be from, hormone fluctuations. It can be from inflammation. It can be from, you losing muscle. But when you actually lose body fat, you can maintain the same weight, but look completely different. And this is called body composition. You see, fat loss is gradual, but it's also sustainable. And if you're looking for sustainable results, then fat loss is what you want. Because losing weight, you can gain that right back by just eating a piece of cookie or a cheeseburger or some pizza. But if you lose body fat, that is sustainable. You can eat the burger, the cookie, and still look lean because you have lost body fat and not weight. Now, don't get me wrong. If you continue with the bad habits of eating those types of food, you will gain the fat back. But what I'm trying to say here is that you actually want to lose fat and not weight. You see, when you lose weight, you lose your strength, you lose your energy, you just don't feel your best. But when you lose body fat, you look more toned, more lean, more shredded, you feel stronger and more energized. This is what you want. You see, because the scale only just measures one of many progress, right? Like, for example, you see the scale not really budging, right? When you're losing body fat, but you look completely different. And that is what I'm trying to say here. When you lose weight, yeah, you see the number on the scale going down, but you look exactly the same, but just a smaller version of that. So when you gain more muscle, you have more energy, your mood increases, you feel more positive, your clothes fit you a lot better in the right places. If you're a fella, then your arms, right? The shirt feels a little tighter in the arms, the chest, the back, but it's flatter in the stomach area. If you're a woman, your pants feel a little bit tighter on the legs, the glutes, the calves, but not so much the waist, right? That's because you are burning body fat. And this is sustainable, and this is the best form of weight loss you should be trying to attain. So here's exactly how you can burn body fat. Strength train 3 to 5 times a week, right? In a split formation. So for example, legs, pull, push, right? And if you're doing a 5-day split, then you'll do at least 2 leg days and 3 upper body days, right? And then you also want to include HIIT cardio. So that's like short, high intense cardio, like 20 minutes. Or you can do longer forms of cardio like LISS cardio, which is low steady state cardio, for example, like walking on a treadmill for like 30 to 40 minutes, and you do that about 3 to 4 times a week, and about 2 to 3 times for the HIIT cardio. This is going to help you burn more fat and help you sustain the results that you're looking for. And then lastly, the mindset. You want to make sure that you understand that fat loss is not something that's going to happen overnight. It takes time. Like weight loss, if you starve yourself for, a week or so, you go on a juicing diet, yeah, you can lose some weight in a few days, but as soon as you eat something again, you're going to gain the weight back. But fat loss is something that takes time. But once you reach that fat loss point, then you are going to be able to sustain those results that you've been looking for, which is a leaner, more toned version of yourself. So it takes at least 3 to 6 months. You want to focus on progressive overload. So that means going a little bit heavier in the gym or doing more repetitions each week, right? So you should be feeling stronger, or you should be feeling like you have more muscular endurance, meaning you're able to push yourself through the workouts a lot harder than you did before, or you're able to do more repetitions than you did before. So what I personally do is I focus on an 80-20 flexible diet. So what this is 80% whole foods that I cook at home, right? You got your ground beef, 93-7. You have your whole eggs. You have your ground turkey, your chicken breast, chicken thighs. You have your white rice. You have your sweet potato, your white potato, just to name a few. And then 20% whatever you want. So on the weekends, I'll go ahead and have some pizza or cheeseburger with fries, ice cream, if I would like to, with my family. And it's really not going to have an effect on me because 80% of the week, I'm sticking to a whole food, natural diet. So you want to make sure that 80% of your food that you're consuming is extremely high in protein, as this will help preserve more muscle. Now, the more muscle you have, the less body fat you will hold on to because your body will burn more calories throughout the day. Okay, so this is the best approach when it comes to burning body fat, not keto diets, not these other fad diets, but an 80-20 diet, right? And making sure that you're on a moderate caloric deficit. You're not starving yourself. You're just manipulating, maybe some carbs some days, and then the next day, you eat a little bit more carbs. But overall, your protein intake remains high. It's just your carbohydrates that you're kind of messing with a little bit. But again, 80-20 is the approach that you want to take for the best fat loss performance, and then also for the best sustainable progress that you are looking to achieve. So again, focus on how you feel, how you perform, how your clothes are fitting you, how's your energy levels, your motivation, more than just the scale, because again, that's just measuring one of many of the results that you've been feeling lately. So I get clients all the time that they say, Adrian, I'm not losing weight, but I notice a difference, and people are telling me my clothes feel better, I have more energy. Well, there you go. You know what I tell them to do with the scale? Throw it out. Throw it in the garbage, because that doesn't measure your progress, your success. Take progress photos, right? Take notes and record how you are feeling, right? Make sure that you are tracking your body fat percentage if you have access to that, right? So these are other factors that you can put into play, like your pants. Are you going down sizes in your waist? So this is the best way to measure your progress. And again, not the scale. And so to end this off with a little bit of faith, because as you guys know, I'm a faith and fitness coach. God calls us to steward our body and not to focus on the number, right? He calls us to be disciplined. He calls us to be faithful. He calls us to take care of our temples that houses the Holy Spirit. And so if you just focus on simply becoming that person that is a healthy individual, that has healthy habits, then all the results that you're chasing, the body, the physique, the mindset, is going to come as a result of your habits and your new systems, your new standards that you have put into place, right? And so I tell people this all the time. Don't chase the outcome. Chase becoming the person that attracts the outcome, right? Just be that person that you want to be 3 to 6 months from now. Just adopt those habits, those systems, those standards, those attributes that the 10.0 version of yourself has in 3 to 6 months from now, and do it now. And before you know it, you will become that person that you wanted to become. So stop chasing weight loss, start chasing fat loss, confidence, and overcoming your bad habits, and watch the results start to come right before your eyes. All right, so in the next episode, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a workout routine to sustain fat loss long term. So stay tuned for the next one, guys. If you're ready to train for fat loss the right way, in body, mind, and spirit, then go ahead and DM me the word fat loss right now, or comment the word fat loss below, and I'll be in touch with you shortly. See you on the other side.